Have you ever heard this noise while having sex? Well, it's not a fart, that's for sure. But what could it be? It's called queefing. And it could be affecting the way you view your sex life. But is it bad? And is it normal? If you're a guy watching this, or a woman, get ready to learn something new today. As this psychologist, who specialized in clinical psychology, tells you whether it's normal or not, and about the impact of queefing
on your sex life.
Make sure that you stay till the end of this video because I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to deal with today's topic effectively. Today we're going to talk about that strange noise that you may have heard while having sex. And if you're a girl, your reaction might have been, whoops!
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes.
And the boys go like, what was that? I think my house is haunted. Did you just fart? Well, it's called vaginal flatulence or queefing, and women often feel embarrassed to talk about it. And this is usually because their partners tend to make a big deal out of it, when in fact, it's normal. Physical manipulation forces air to move in and out of the vagina. So if the walls of the vaginal opening part slightly to allow air to pass through in a downward direction, a noise is what you're likely to hear. Ergo, the queef. And one of the most common times that queefing happens is during sex. It can also happen during different forms of physical movement, like washing it with a douche bag or using a tampon and even coughing. Now, there are only two sources of air or gas that cause queefing. Number one is the normal air that gets into the vagina, and number two is the air that comes from the bowel. Now, that implies a fistula and that requires medical attention. This is the one case wherein it's not normal, so you better stay in touch with your doctor. But don't worry, in a vast majority of cases, it's the first one that causes queefing. So how do you reduce this? Well, all you need to do is perform some Kegel exercises. And these will help you strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. To perform Kegel exercises, squeeze the muscles that you use to stop urination. Now, hold the contraction for 10 seconds and then relax for another 10 seconds. Now, don't actually do this every time you pee. That's never healthy. Try to work up at least 3 sets of 10 repetitions each day. And with regard to sex, make sure you thrust slowly so that air doesn't get trapped within the vagina. Now, despite all this, queefing is completely normal. And under no circumstances do you or your partner have to feel ashamed or embarrassed to talk about it. Because there's the solution right there. Talk about it, try and understand it, and you will never have to worry about it again. So women, practice some self-love, and men, you show some concern, and that will allow you both to have a happier and healthier sex life. So guys, now that you know how, what, and why queefing happens, make sure that you show me some love by hitting that thumbs up button right down there and giving me a hell of a lot of comments about what you think about this video and queefing in general. Stay subscribed to my channel if you want more pro sex tips.